So the next reading that we will look at is about angles formed inside and outside the circles. For the first one, if two chords intersect inside a circle, then the measure of each angle is 1/2 times the sum of the measures of the arcs intercepted by the angle and its vertical angle. So let's use this diagram to illustrate what it means. This is angle 1, and angle 1 has an intercepted arc DC. Now angle 1 also has its partner, its vertical angle, right behind it. And this vertical angle also has a corresponding intercepted arc. So to find the measure of angle 1, you add DC plus AB and then divide it by 2. Now similarly, if you want the measure of angle 2, you can also use this formula, which pretty much rearranges the order in which the arcs are written. So this is angle 2. It started out with the measure of the arc for its vertical angle, okay, plus the measure of its intersected arc, and then again get the sum and divide by 2. So let's try to record that on our graphic organizer. Okay, so let's write down what we learned. For number 4, it's formed by 2 chords. There you go. And the vertex of the angle is inside the circle, right? So to find the measure of the angle, you get 1/2 times the measure of the intercepted arc plus vertical. There you go. Or another way to look at it is angle is equal to 1/2. I normally call the intercepted arc as the front arc plus the vertical angle as the one behind it or at its back. There you go. So angle is equal to 1/2 front plus back. So whichever makes more sense to you, you can write that formula in another version that's easier for you to memorize. So whichever helps you at this point, just do it. Now let's go back. There's another theorem. Angles outside the circle theorem. If a tangent and a secant, two tangents, or two secants intersect outside a circle, then the measure of the angle formed is 1/2 the difference of the measures of the intersected arcs. So let's take a look at these figures one by one. In the first figure, this is a tangent because it touches your circle only once, while this is a secant line because it crosses the circle twice. Okay. In the second figure, these are two tangents, while in the third figure, these are two secants. So for each angle, it has two parts of intercepted arcs, the red one and the blue one. So if earlier we were adding those two arcs, now we're going to get the difference. And of course, we want the difference to be positive for it to make sense. So I think it's wise to think of the red arc as the bigger arc and the blue arc as the smaller arc. Wait, I think my kids are calling me. So, going back, yeah, as I was saying, I think it's smart to think of, the red arc as the bigger arc and the blue arc as the smaller arc. I want you to think of it that way because it's kind of easier to write down the formula later on. So if we write down the formula on our graphic organizer, we're now in number 5. So remember that there's a lot of possibilities in here. It could be a tangent secant or two tangents. for 2 secants. Okay, and these 3 form an angle that's outside the circle. So we learned that the measure of an angle is equal to 1/2 of the difference, but now I'm going to use bigger arc minus the smaller arc. So if you take a look at the difference between the blue one and the green one, in the blue one you're getting the sum, while here in the green one you're getting the difference between the bigger angle, or I'm sorry, not bigger angle, but bigger arc minus the smaller arc. So we're going to look at some examples on how to use that. Okay, so here are 2 examples on how to use the theorems we just learned. So in the first one, these are formed by 2 chords forming an angle inside. So we're going to use the formula angle is equal to 1/2 times the sum of the front arc plus the back arc, or the intercepted arc plus the vertical angle. So this one will become, the angle is x, so 1/2. The front is 156, and the back is, oh, let me erase that one. So 156 plus 130. Oops, that looks like 136. Okay, so this should be 130. Alright, so what you're going to do is just add these 2 together and then divide by 2. Now for the other one, this is an angle that's formed by a tangent and a secant. So using the formula we learned, we get x is equal to, oh, let me write down the formula first. So angle is 1/2 times the quantity bigger arc minus the smaller arc. So x is equal to 1/2. The bigger arc is 178 minus the smaller arc is 176. Okay, so you subtract these 2 values, and then whatever the difference is, you divide it by 2. Alright, I hope that helped a little bit. Let's look at what's next in your folder. So after learning those theorems, you have a set of exercises on how to use them in computation. Alright, so do that first, and then I'll see you in the next video or screencast.